everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs, and I have a super cute little project for you today using the Little Elephant. If you haven't seen the Little Elephant bundle, this is what it looks like, and you might think, oh, that's a baby set, but it's not just a baby set. Lots of great sentiments to use for other occasions, and everybody loves a coordinating punch, so the punch is available to go with it. You can get it in a bundle actually and save 10% when you buy them at the same time. It punches the big elephant, the little elephant, and of course their cute little ears. All right, so I have to give credit where credit is due. This little bag was not my design. My downline, Kara Payzant at Kara's Crafty Nook, originally showed me this. Isn't it cute? I even think it could be a backpack if you put little straps here like that. Wouldn't that be really cute? I think I'm gonna have to try that. And I love the way that it opens. It just has one hole where this Nature's Twine closes it. Now what's inside, you say? Usually I try to find really cute snacks to go with the stamps. And in another video that I have on my YouTube channel that I used the Little Elephant, I used Nutter Butters because they're in the shape of a peanut. I couldn't really come up with anything else other than, you know, those marshmallowy circus peanuts, and I thought, those aren't really very good, and the color doesn't really go. So then while I was looking at those, I saw these. Wouldn't you rather have some truffles? They're like cookies and cream truffles, white chocolate. I think I would. So we're going with this. That's what's inside, because look, the color is perfect. It's that same light blue, and what a fancy treat to give a friend. All right, so let's get started and let me show you how to make this. You're gonna need also another stamp set called Swirly Frames. I'm actually using this one right here to create the pattern all over my paper. So you'll see that in just a second. Now, the paper that you need, oh, let me tell you where you can find all this information. This project, along with two others, were originally done on my Facebook Live on Facebook. I do Facebook Lives on Fridays. And I always type up a PDF to go with it. This is the clean recording so that you can watch it and without having to look at all the Facebook Live chatter. And if you hop back over to that post, which is listed in the link on this video, you'll find this PDF under the third photo, which is this one. And look, it has everything that I'm using as well as all the measurements right here. Okay, so make sure you go over, don't scramble around and try to write down all these measurements now. Go over and just save or print that PDF for you to use later. Okay, so the piece of paper we're using is Balmy Blue, one of Stampin' Up's new core colors, and it measures, it's almost a full size, it's 11 by 8 1/4. So all we've done is cut off 1/4 of an inch on the short side. Now we're gonna score the short side at 2, 6, and 7. And then we're going to turn it and score the long side at 2, 5 1/4, 7 1/4, and 10 1/2. Let me see, I need to move all my markers so I make sure I get that right. 10 1/2, okay? Now, before we do any assembly, let's do some stamping. This is the same color ink, Balmy Blue, so we're going to create kind of a monochromatic look. Now all I really want to do is create some pattern here in the middle section, which is the front, the side, the back, the other side, and then the top. So we're going to make this our top and these our sides. So the other pieces we don't really need to worry too much about. So I'm just going to start right here in the middle, and I'm just going to kind of create a pattern. Now remember, you guys, don't be too hard on yourself if your pattern is not perfect. And actually, I think I'm doing a little bit different than last time. I wanted those circles to overlap. Maybe we'll add some more. Let's see. Maybe we'll do, oh yes, there we go. We want them to overlap. Isn't that kind of cool? That's a really neat pattern. We'll do that up here. And I don't have my grid paper in place. Grid paper is great for protecting your stamping surface from ink. Luckily, this is a water-based ink, and it'll just wipe right up. I just got to remember not to set my project down on that ink. All right, so all the way over we go, re-inking your stamp each time. And remember, guys, just a couple of tap, tap, tap there on your pad. You don't need to pound it down or smash it. That ink will come right up. Let's see, a couple more. There we go. Ooh, that looks quite busy, doesn't it? All right, so let's do some cutting now. Now remember, this is our lid right here. So we're gonna cut off everything else up there on that top between those two smaller segments. So let's cut that off. And then we can cut all of this off. That's really easily done. My dogs are at it today. I hope that you guys can't hear them in the background. All right, now we're gonna cut off this one skinny one. You see that? Cut that off. Now we've got this skinny one here on the side like this. We're gonna cut that just at an angle, okay? Just the corners. All right, now let's cut up all of these like that. All right, that's all you gotta do. Now let's fold them all. Use your bone folder if you have it handy. I never seem to have mine when I need it. All right, now I'm gonna put some tear and tape right here on this long skinny tab. Okay. Now just peel up that top portion like that, and you can actually just fold it in half and it lines up perfectly. Isn't that awesome? All right, so here's our top. Now let's fold in these sides. And I always like here's the front, and I want this to be a clean edge. I want this to fold back. I don't want to see the rough edge of this side. So I'm gonna put this side down last. All right, so let's take some tear and tape. Hopefully you can see this. I've tucked those two smaller ones in. And we're gonna put this down with tear and tape. Tear and tape is a very strong adhesive and it tears. You don't need your scissors, and the little papers just peel right up. So fold that up like that. And now here's the front side, and we're gonna do the same thing. You could also use Tombow liquid adhesive, but you're gonna have to give yourself some drying time. There we go. Okay, now the last thing you're gonna do is just pinch these sides. Just pinch them so that they match that top score line. And there you have it. Isn't he so cute? All right, now let's do the hole. Now I'm gonna use my paper piercer first to put that hole there. And then, just to make sure I had it in the right place, I'm gonna come back with my 1/8 of an inch hole punch. I like this hole. It's a little bit easier to get that ribbon. All right, now fold these in and get it lined up perfectly. And take your pen and make a mark there so you know where to do your second hole. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna use Nature's Twine. This actually comes in a 4-pack of twine. You get 4 colors. And I really like this neutral color. I guess it's crumb cake. I'm gonna cut off a section and I'm gonna fold it in half and tie a knot here. This was how Kara did hers, and I thought it was so much easier than what I would have thought of. So put that hole right there. Now we're gonna feed these through that same hole, and sometimes this takes a little bit of cajoling that twine to get it through there. Sometimes you have to cut your end at an angle, but these are working out nicely. So see how they're both coming through that hole like that? All right, now we're gonna do the same thing up here. We put our treats in and put one through there and one through there. And then we can tie it closed. It's easier when it's full of treats. The weight kind of holds it down so that you can tie your bow. Goodness, I need to put the treats in there first. All right. Oh, behave. Well, let's put some treats in there. I think that'll help. We've got enough for one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, that's much better. And then just tie it closed. So cute. I'm thinking back to school. These would be great back to school treats. All right, so now let's make our little tag. We're gonna stamp our cute little elephant in Balmy Blue, and I'm using the bigger elephant. And one thing I didn't do on my sample is do his ear. I think we need to do his ear also. So I'm gonna stamp one over there and one over here. And then take your punch, turn it to the back, and just line that up. Now we'll come over here and do the bigger one. See how that lines up nicely right there. And set that aside. And we'll use a mini dimensional to put this on. There we go. Isn't he cute? Now I already cut out a circle. This is from the Lovely Lipstick piece of DSP in the 2018-2020 In Color Designer Series paper pack. That's a mouthful. I used the second largest stitch circle to cut that out. Then I used the layering circles to cut out a scallop circle, okay? So I'm just gonna stick those together, and I'm gonna use a dimensional on the back of him. Now you could add any sentiment that you would like here, but I really like this one. Get my paper out of my punch. This one says thank you, and it's a heart. So not only is it a sentiment, but it's also a shape. I always like when the words are kind of the art. Now this one does not have a framelit, I'm sorry, or a punch. So you're gonna actually have to fussy cut him, and I prefer to fussy cut with my smaller scissors, but they've run away. I can't see them. I don't know where they are here on my desk. So we're just gonna use these big scissors. Always stay on the outside line, leaving a little white cloud around the edge of your shape, whatever you're cutting out. And that way the eye will only see the stamped image. It won't see your cut edge. And we'll put it right there. How cute is he? I just adore this stamp set. All right, last thing, a couple of dimensionals, and we'll add it to the front, and we are done. How fun is this? I love this treat box. I was so excited when I saw it, and I couldn't wait to put it to use. I hope you like this project. Make sure you hop over to my blog post and print off that PDF or save it to your files so you'll have those measurements anytime you need them. Thanks so much, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.